Hey y'all, welcome back to Don John TV. Now on the agenda today, I'm going to be sharing with y'all my work history. Now I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but all this week I've been busting my ass at work, and y'all know a nigga had to come home and get his ass some rest. But now that I'm well rested up, I decided to go ahead and do this video. Now, in this container that I hold are little mementos from my previous 3 jobs, and I just decided, just to dive into each one, just tell you about the job, why I left, and how I got the other one and all that stuff. Now, as y'all know, my previous video entitled Why I Left McDonald's, my first job when I was in high school was working at McDonald's, and I'm not going to go deep into detail about why I got the job and why I left and stuff like that on the McDonald's part, because I feel like I had explained that enough in the video. So, besides all that, let's get into it. All right. It's a little dusty. Now, for those of you who are watching this, who are subscribed to my channel, if you work at McDonald's or if you have worked at McDonald's, you know that these are the primary uniforms that you wear. Like the red shirt. I had a white shirt because, like, when I first was employed at McDonald's, I was a trainee, and you usually have to wear the white shirts if you're a trainee, but these are the primary shirts that you wear, like, when they put you on full-time or whatever, but these are the primary uniforms that you wear at McDonald's, like the red shirt and all. I'm trying it on to see if it fits. And this is the hat, my old hat that I used to wear. Excuse the fact that it's dusty, but this is my old hat that I used to wear. Let's see this. Yep, it still works. It still fits. But yeah, like, this is basically my old uniform, or part of it at least, what I used to wear when I used to work at McDonald's. Oh, and when I was a trainee, when I was wearing the white shirts, this is the tie that they gave me. I had a name tag too, but I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, this is a part of the uniform that I used to wear at McDonald's. I worked there from 2015 on 2016, 1 year, 1 year, because that's when I had left and had got the job at the nursing home that I'm going to talk about next. So this is it for the McDonald's one. Like I said, if y'all haven't watched the one where I said what I miss about McDonald's, please go watch that, because I explain in detail about how I got the job. So yeah, that's it for this one. I thought I had it in on it, but yes, I'm sure. Okay, so the next one I'm going to share with y'all about the nursing home that I used to work at. Before I get into it, here's my badge that I used to wear. Wait, let's see. Here's my badge that I used to wear. I'm going to cover the name of the place for privacy purposes. But here's my badge that I used to wear. I like that picture. Like, that lady did a good job. I was employed there, again, just like McDonald's. I was employed there for a year until I left due to a situation that I had also explained on my channel a million times before. And you haven't watched the video entitled Why I Had Left the Nursing Home to Go to the Retirement Home, please watch that, because I explained in detail about why I left and all the kind of other stuff. Also the video pros slash cons of working in the medical field. I also explained it, so please go watch that. But I'm going to give y'all the backstory. Now, like I just said, I was employed in the nursing home for a year, and how I got the job is a great story. So I remember it was around the time where I had left McDonald's, and I had went up there and had asked them about employment, and they had said they had some CNA class that were starting up in June if I was interested, and I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna take that shit. Well, no, I lied. I wasn't interested at first, but then I had thought to myself, now that'll be good. That'll be good. I think I should do that, just to give it a try. So, lo and behold, when June came, I went up there and asked them that I was interested in applying there and coming to part of the CNA stuff. And like, they liked my personality. My interview was great. They had said I had great eye contact and that I had a great personality, and they were willing to hire me. And boom, I got hired just like that. And shout out to the teacher. I'm going to say her real name because she is so beautiful. She was such a nice lady. Shout out to Miss Canessa Johnson, who gave the CNA classes. Honey, if you are watching this, you were so great. You were so nice. Like, you were the best teacher ever. But yeah, like she was just the best teacher ever, and like the classes were great. Like, I learned a lot of stuff about human body, about how to do blood pressures, take vital signs, make occupied beds and unoccupied beds, and we watched videos on how to do stuff, and like everything was great. And the girls that were in the class with me, they were super nice. Like everything was great. One girl, in fact, I'm going to say her name is Maya for privacy purposes. She used to work at McDonald's with me, too. Shout out to you, Maya. Love you, girl. She used to work at McDonald's with me, too, and she was also in the CNA class. I don't know if she's employed in the nursing home that I used to work at, but I don't know if she's still employed there now, but she was great, too. She always wore her hair in great styles, I might add. Like, her hair was always funny. Like, it was always in a poofed up or different hairstyle or whatever. But yeah. Now, this right here, again, I'm going to cover up the name for privacy purposes. This right here is the little vest they had gave me when I was taking the classes when I was still a student there that I used to wear. And like, I hated wearing it because it was too long and baggy and all the kind of other stuff. But hey, I made it through at the end of the day. So I'm going to try this on. So this is how the vest looks. It's still long and baggy or whatever. But yeah, this is how the vest looks. How I used to wear it along with my scrubs. So yeah. And the last thing, this is the badge. Like I said, I'm going to cover up the name again due to privacy purposes. This is the badge that I used to wear when I worked at the retirement home. Now, speaking of the retirement home, I feel like I'm going to share this story, just to get it off my chest because it's been going over and over and over in my head a lot, and I just want to get it off my chest. Now, I remember with the unfortunate situation that happened at the nursing home that I worked at, it was around the time that I had left there that I applied to the retirement home. And let me tell you how I found it. See, the retirement home that I was going to apply at, let's just say it's called Easy Rest Retirement. Shout out to the Madea Gets a Job play. Love that movie. But let's just say it's called Easy Rest Retirement Home. First of all, if you're watching this and you're employed at Easy Rest Retirement Home, you know there are two ones. There are two of them. There's Easy Rest Retirement Home, and also there's, let's just say, Breezy Living Retirement. There's Easy Rest and there's Breezy Living Retirement. I'd apply to Easy Rest because it was closer and yeah, well not really close, but I just wanted to apply there anyways because I just needed a job hell. But I was going to apply at Breezy Living, and they had told me to come back Monday because that's when the staff and the administration was going to be there. And as I was leaving, there's this girl. I'm going to say her name is Shelly. She had stopped me and was like, "Hey, you should try applying at Easy Living because they're hiring guys. They'll hire you real quick." And she had a piece of paper in her hand. And she scribbled down the name of the administrator, who's I'm going to say her name is Amanda. She had scribbled down the name of Amanda on the piece of paper and gave it to me and told me to call them. And I called them and they just told me to come in and get an application and fill it out. I filled it out there and they called me back for orientation. They gave me a tour of the place and bam, I was hired. And the man that I see about, I'm going to say his name is Mr. Turner. Mr. Al Turner. I saw about him. I had saw about him for a while. Like, he has dementia. And for those of you who don't know what dementia is, it's not, first of all, it's not a part of aging because my dad and my mother, they're practically pushing 60 and they don't have dementia. But dementia is basically something that I want to say affects your brain and you're really not there how you used to be. It's like some mental disorder, basically, like where it kind of affects your brain, kind of like Alzheimer's, where you can't really think for yourself. So yeah, he had dementia. Like, they had introduced me, they had told me his backstory about how he used to be independent. Like, he used to get around real good until an unfortunate situation that I'm not going to share due to privacy purposes. Like, they said he used to get around really good. Like, he used to talk all the time, do all this kind of other stuff, and he just went downhill and stuff like that. Like, he was a very active man, don't get me wrong. Like, he made sense sometimes when he talks, but other times he just talks out of his head or whatever. But they introduced me to him and told me this was who I was going to see about. And they had said they need men around there, to take care of him and stuff like that. And that's where I came in at. But over time, I don't know if he was racist or whatever, but over time, he just started acting weird around me. Like, I remember they had moved him from his original room in the back where they call it Seasons. They had moved him in the back where Seasons were. And he just started acting a little weird. Like, sometimes when I, try to change him or whatever, he just scream out loud out of nowhere. Like, oh, like scream out loud out of nowhere, trying to get me in trouble and stuff. And people come rushing in there thinking I'm trying to hurt him or something like that. And I told him, like, I did not hurt him. I did not lay a finger on him. I was just trying to change him. And they just calm him down and stuff like that. And there was a time where he had dropped the N-word on me. I was the only one that heard it. But hey, I'm used to it. Like, it's not the first time I've been called that in the medical field by a white person. But, well, a white resident, I might say. But, yeah. And, like, I took good care of him. Like, I pushed him outside sometime in his wheelchair. I feed him his food. I talk to him and stuff like that. I play like little puzzle games with him and stuff like that. Like, I did a damn good job. And let me tell you, honey, about how I quit the place. So I remember I was at home waiting for my shift to start. I was on my computer watching Geek Charming. By the way, if y'all haven't watched Geek Charming, please watch that movie because that movie is funny as fuck and it is good. And fun fact, the characters on there actually dated in real life. But that's beside the point. Back to the story. So, I remember I was at home watching Geek Charm and I got a text from my boss, who I'm going to say her name is Amanda. She had texted me. By the way, I have a friend named Amanda, by the way. Shout out to you, Amanda. Hey, girl, if you watching this, love you, girl. But, yeah, I was, what did I just say? Oh, yeah, I had got a text from Amanda and she had said, "You're no longer allowed to sit with Mr. Turner for the rest of the month." And I called her instantly. I was like, "Hi, Amanda. This is Dontavious. why am I not allowed to sit with Mr. Turner for the rest of the month? And she had told me she'll call me back and explain later because she was in a meeting. Da 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 da. Like, that's just how I was. I was just waiting by the phone, just waiting and waiting for her to call, but she never called. And since my shift was going to start that day, since I had to work that day, I decided to drive on up there and see what the deal was. So I sat on a bench and I had waited, and she had called me in a room with her and this lady, and they had said, in their nice little prim and proper voice, they had said, Dontavious, we noticed that Mr. Turner was acting a little weird around you, like weird and anxious when he was around you. So we're going to take him away from you, just take him away from you and just put him with someone else just to see how he acts when he's around someone else. And I was like, okay, like, why? And then I was like, I can still come in, right? They was like, no, you can't come in because right now we don't have another resident to put you with. And if you have to find another job, I don't blame you. Bitch, just come out and just say I'm fired so I can get the hell on. Like, that's just what I was thinking. I didn't say it. But, bitch, just tell me I'm fired so I can get the hell on. But I'm smart. I put two and two together. So they just basically just told me I was fired in so many words and stuff like that, and I left. I was mad, but hey, it is what it is. Like, I'm over it now. But I remember I had explained the situation to my family. They had just told me, like, well, basically my dad had told me, like, it's just best that I just go out and just get a regular job, because for those of you who are men in the medical field that are watching this, and you're a CNA, an RN, or a doctor, or a surgeon, or whatever, you know, being a man in the medical field, particularly a black man in the medical field, you know it's always something. Speaking of the fact, an older man that had worked at the nursing home with me, I'm going to say his name is Rufus. Something similar had happened to him at the nursing home that I used to work at, but I'm not going to explain what happened due to privacy purposes because I don't want to put his business out there. But something similar had happened to him when he used to work at the nursing home with me, and he basically got a regular job too, working at a factory like I do now, currently. Like, being a black man in the medical field, like, it's always something. Like, if you're watching this and you're a black male, or not even a black male, if you're any kind of other male, like, and something similar like this happened to you, it's best you just go out and just get a regular job just to save all the trouble. Because when you have a regular job, you can basically just do however you want, and not having people breathing down your neck 24/7, trying to see if you're doing this wrong or if you're doing your job correctly. Like, you can just pretty much do whatever you want. I wish I had my old uniforms. Like, I have some khaki pants in my car. By the way, this is part of my old uniform from the retirement home at Easy Rest Retirement Home that I used to wear. This is part of the uniform that I used to wear at Easy Rest Retirement Home. I had a green scrub top, but I gave them to Goodwill a long while back. I used to wear these along with the green scrub top and the badge that I had showed y'all. So this is part of my old uniform. I'm glad that's all behind me and it's all in the can. So, yeah, that's just about it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all my social media accounts. I'm going to put them in the description box down below, so feel free to add and follow me on there. Also, don't forget to comment down below what videos you want to see next on my channel. So until next time, it's a wrap.